Welcome you all in my next session of concept of class, object and instances. Hope the previous session related with the setup preparation was a useful session for you, and by this time you must have ready with all the setup which is required for writing programs using different languages like C, C++, Java and Python. So let's go for understanding this concept. We know that there is existence of God, and there is also an universe which is created by the God, and in the universe somewhere there is existence of the animal, humans and nature. So the human has created some buildings like the college where we are the faculty and you are all the students. Such kind of big vehicles, such a wonderful machine that is which is computer, and to communicate with computer it is required to develop operating system. So the again a very good creation of the human is to create the operating system by which we can speak to the computer, and this operating system has the compilers and interpreter by which one language communicates to the computer through the operating system. So operating system is underlying software which has the compiler and interpreter, so that through the language one user can communicate with the computer. So we are having different kind of languages as of now. We are having object oriented languages such as C++, Java and Python. Here Java and Python are interpreter based languages, and C++ as compiler based languages. And apart from this, we are having mid-level language like C, Fortran and Pascal, COBOL, and these are the languages which are the procedural languages, and they are the compiler based languages. So if the human wants to communicate with computer, he must have the understanding of the languages. So it is mandatory that for writing programs you must have underlying operating system and the compiler or interpreter which is required for writing the languages and building the programs. Nowadays there are more number of languages. Here I have mentioned a few languages, but there are a lot of languages. Beyond these languages, the Python has gained a lot of popularity because it is very close to the user, and it is having a very rich set of data structure compared to the other languages. So this Python is also an interpreter based languages, and apart from this the other languages except Java, they are the compiler based languages. What is the difference between interpreter and compiler? The thing is that if you write the program, the whole program needs to be compiled. So if your whole program is correct, then only the program will run. But in interpreter based languages, suppose there are 10 lines which is correct and there is a problem on 11th line of your program. So up to 10 line it will be executing successfully, and it will give you the error at the 11th line of your program. So there is the difference between the compiler and interpreter based languages. So all the languages are having the built-in constructs, and these constructs are conditional statements where we use if, else, if these statements, and we are having the control statements also where we use some loop constructs like for, while, do, while loops, and we are having the built-in data structure in the most of the languages. Like Java is having very rich set of data structures, and in Python we are having list and tuple data structure, We are having array as data structure. So these data structures are already built in. We are having the trees as data structure, hash map as data structures. So these data structures are already abstracted as a package in the languages. And these languages are also having the built-in data types of these languages, which helps to provide the return types such as integer, character and floats. And also there are functions which are the supporting functions. They are mostly used in the programming languages such as string compare, string concatenation and string reverse. There are so many other functions which are built as an API. So these functions are helpful while writing the program. So now the question comes, if these constructs are available to us, can we design our own program? But the own program, we need to design something which is the real world things, and they can be the real world students, they can be the real world vehicles, they can be real world houses, they can be real world schools, university, department, such a kind of big banking systems. But these systems are not already defined in the programming languages. So how can we design our own program by using the languages which are having some already fixed constructs? So these programs can be written if we are able to design our own data types. So these data types can be designed by three different constructs. One construct which is available in procedural language C, that is struct and union. Another construct which is available in object-oriented languages like C++, Java and Python, that is class. So there are some difference in C and struct, union and classes. In struct and union, if you use in C, it only defines, let us to develop only the structures, not the behavior. But their real world entities are having the behaviors. Only structure is not a meaningful thing. So what we do is, suppose if we are having the school with the department but not the teachers and the students, that school does not make any sense. So what we must have the complete structure with behaviors, and that is known as the objects. So this object can be designed by using the construct of class. So classes bind these structures and behaviors together. What do I mean by structure? Structure is a kind of properties which the object hold, and this can be the variables which we declare while writing the program, and behaviors are the functions which we write in while writing the programs. So behaviors are the representation of the functions, and structures are the representation of properties or variables while writing the program. So let us conclude. Object is something which is a real world entity. Object must have properties and behaviors, and for designing the object we have to use the construct called as class, and by using this construct we can define our own data types such as school, university, college, or any real world entity which we see nowadays. And we are having the multiple objects created for a particular class, and these objects we give the name, and the names given to these objects becomes the instance. So we will take the opportunity of this discussion to develop the programs practically, and when we are going to develop this program in practical, the implementation of class, we will see the implementation of class by the different languages. Then you will be able to understand the concept clearly. So see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much for being with me.